And I have one more. Okay, so this was just my explanation from why I was talking about it and something like that. And back in 2008 also, it was a very active discussion, right? Now, another question is like, when we have this like a big GPUs, what is a cluster or farm where, 100,000, maybe 1 million GPUs are running. So that, and then, so those, when we say GPU set, those basically running the training the model, for training the model. Let's say this one, what do you say, what is his name? Claude is giving us answer. So his model would be running somewhere in a computer, something like that.
Yes.
But the training happens in a very big, large base of.
Not necessarily. See, so there are two things. Scale. The amount Claude operates on a scale is called inference. Model is always active. A model which is actively running is inference. So to train models, they would have required a huge infrastructure to train a trillion models. I totally agree. Okay, but once trained, in order to run, and considering the number of users Cloud is having at the same time, the running infrastructure would be much more than what they used it to train the model. For sure, because the scale is there. But if it's just training and evaluating, like with one or two users, they would have used the same infrastructure on which they trained it. So it depends. It depends on the scale of operations. But considering ChatGPT and Claude and all those popular AI models out there, running active models for those many users require far more infra than training. Yes.
Right. But actual model, if let's say I get that Fable 5 for my small company, let's an example, maybe it's a very stupid example, but that I can run in a couple of.
Okay. You might have to invest. You might have to get around 1 terabyte of RAM. Because if the model is pretty big, and for 1 terabyte of GRAM, graphics RAM, video RAM. Okay, and so for that, say suppose one H100 is having how many GB? Maybe 94 GB or 100 GB. So you might be requiring like 10 of such cards and maybe a few PCs to hook into that. But yeah, some rig you have to create. That will be a costly rig, but you can run it by your own. And you require a lot of maybe 3-phase electricity connection, because those many cards are they will simply not run on a single phase connection. So electricity provisions you have to put, but you can run.